This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, the U.S. News & World Report's #1 engineering school in the United States that offers a master's as its highest degree for 18 consecutive years. Rose-Hulman, where you come to find yourself. Find yourself through personal growth, through personal development, through study, research, and invention. Rose-Hulman, your home for academic and athletic excellence. You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network. This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rose-Hulman. It's Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineer basketball, and we're going to take on Manchester this evening in what is a pivotal game for both of these teams. The issue is going to be, and we'll talk about it later on this evening, basically all through the night, Manchester was only able to bring 7 ball players. That's the conference minimum. They're going to bring them. We're very pleased that they're here, and we're going to bring you all the exciting action of a big ball game between these two teams. Hello, everyone. I'm Herb King. Walter Gordon is my partner. We're going to have a great time this evening watching men's basketball here from Rose-Hulman. And when we see this, this is what happens sometimes to their credit, and I'm going to say this publicly. Rose-Hulman or Manchester didn't play ball on Monday night, and they had it, so they didn't play. But they decided to play on Wednesday with only 7, and no one would have said anything bad if they didn't come.
You know, when you look at the Monday night game, Monday night is not a regularly scheduled regular season night. We play Wednesday, Saturdays, and of course next week that'll be jumbled up a little bit, but. Playing Monday after having a Saturday contest on the road, that's throwing that in. I think it was a makeup game, I would imagine, from a previously canceled game, since that's not a regular occurrence for us here in the conference. But like you said, kudos to Manchester for bringing the 7 that they have, but which is, like you said, the conference minimum, coming up here to play this basketball game. And these are two teams that are fighting for a home playoff game in the conference tournament in a couple of weeks. So this is a pivotal game, as you mentioned, for both of these schools, but it's not the end-all, be-all. Still several games left after tonight. But like you said, kudos to Manchester. Hats off to them for coming up here to play.
Defiance is 3rd place with a 6-5 record. Then it's Rose-Hulman at 7-6 and Manchester at 7-6. Transylvania at 6-6.
Right.
Okay, so right now Rose-Hulman holds the 4th place in the conference. With a win over Manchester, it will improve their ability to stay in that 4th spot or maybe move into 3rd, depending on how this all works out. And we'll have to see how the other games in the HCAC line up. And we've gone from a 6-team tournament now into an 8-team tournament. So the top 4 teams in the conference will host the opening round, and then the finals will go to the highest seeded team still left in the tournament.
And that's a mouthful, isn't it, when you look at the way this is going to go down. But hats off to the commissioner and his staff over in the home office in Carmel. For making the adjustments. You have to be, flexible here in this pandemic world that we live in. And HCAC proving their flexibility, adapting their postseason standard and making it to an 18 field. Don't have an 18 game regular season like we normally would. So you make some adjustments, and here you have it. I think it's going to be a very exciting postseason tournament on the men's and the women's side. And it gives some opportunity to a couple of teams, A, to host a quarterfinal game, but B, to actually be in it for some that would be teams 7 and 8.
Well, and you actually could put the 9th one in and play the 8 and 9 as a play-in game, kind of like they do in the Big Ten with the things going on. But they decided to go ahead with 8 instead of the 9th and drop the 9th team. And they did it men's and women's for the conference. So it's very similar in what's going on. We kind of laid out the groundwork for the ball game. We're going to pause. We'll come right back and talk about this ball game, and in particular, some athletes that we're going to see on the floor tonight. You're watching Rose-Hulman basketball on Indiana Sports Network.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says "I love you" for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
If somebody's kind of on the fence of going into a recruiting office or just reaching out to a recruiter, I would absolutely encourage it, if anything, just for the information.
We have a lot of enlistment bonuses out there right now, upwards to about $20,000. If you're in college or you plan to be to college, this is a great choice for you, because our organization, we look for students who want to go to college. We also have educational benefits where we pay up to 100% of tuition.
Wherever life takes you, whatever stage, anything that you need, no matter the season, getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
If I crave something, I have to have it.
Well, so what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there.
Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And welcome back to Terre Haute, Indiana, on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, the #1 and premier engineering school without a master's degree in what they're doing. And when I look at this ball game, again, huge for Rose-Hulman. They have to have this one to keep pace and to put themselves for a chance to host the tournament opening round ball game. And more importantly, if they can get into that 2 or 3 spot, gives them a much better chance.
When you look at the way this season series has gone, Manchester was able to beat Rose-Hulman back in January in a game that was very closely contested. That final score 69-73. So Rose-Hulman definitely has to stay focused tonight. Can't get focused on which Spartans are not here. Focus on the 7 that are here. And quite frankly, like you said, they have to win this game. This is a must-win for Rose-Hulman. You can't allow Manchester to have the sweep if you have aspirations of getting that one of those top 4 seeds. So, a big game here tonight. Rose-Hulman will still have a tall test in front of them, as Manchester, they're not going to roll over and play dead. They're going to play hard basketball and try to steal one here on the road. A lot of times when a team is undermanned, they know they have nothing to lose. It's kind of like, I don't want to be careful using the analogy, but you corner an animal and you see what happens. See what kind of fight they have as you try to close in. So this is something that Rose-Hulman, be careful with this game and don't take this for granted.
Now, 2 of the ball players have scored very little as far as points on the season. We look at the point totals coming up, but at the same time, they're going to have their chance to play.
Yeah.
And, it's one of those things, and I can still look back at the time when I was playing in college, and I'm like, hey, in the old days, I drove the bus and still suited up to play ball because that's where I was in the program at that time, and that's a good thing. Right. Because these guys are going to go back and say, hey, I have a chance to play. They're sure not going to give a half an effort if given the opportunity to play.
They better not. If you want to keep that jersey, and guys want to get on the court, they want to make a contribution during practice, but you want to make a contribution during the time when you're playing an opponent. And this is an opportunity for some guys that have been buried in the depth chart. fully healthy, Manchester is a very deep team like Rose-Hulman. You're going to play 10, 11 guys, double-digit minutes. But here tonight, you have some opportunity for some guys who were outside of that rotation to have an opportunity to make an impact on this game and show the coaches exactly what you can do to help your team, and also to get the confidence of your coach when your team is fully healthy, because we talked about this before many times. You never know when your number is going to need to be called, especially in today's environment with, like you see tonight, maybe some injuries, some illnesses, things of that nature. You're not far away. You may be on the bench right now, but you're not that far away in the grand scheme of things. So you have to be ready and have to be able to prove that there's someone who can be depended on.
And we're here at Rose-Hulman for tonight's ball game. It's Manchester against Rose-Hulman. We'll pause for a break. We'll come back with the starting lineups again. It's Manchester against Rose-Hulman when we return on Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? One crave cheeseburger.
I'm on it.
Crave cheeseburger, almost ready. On my way.
Someone pass me the crepe sauce.
Almost ready on the burger.
One Sonic crave cheeseburger.
It's tax time. You need a professional with decades of experience. You need Goshen H&R Block. Nothing is more important than getting your taxes done quickly and correctly, up close and personal, by people you know and trust. This year, get answers to all your questions and your taxes done right by Goshen H&R Block.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Crunch.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants. We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
At Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we go to great depths to list and sell your property. If your agent isn't willing to go to these depths,
6 acres with bass,
to list and sell your property, don't you think that's a little fishy?
And there's fish everywhere. Oh! And snapping turtles!
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com.
Oh, that's gross.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. The healthcare professionals of Union Health since 1892, providing compassionate healthcare of the highest quality to generations of Wabash Valley families. Union Health, healthier together.
Ian Snelling, number 5 is Ty Linus. And again, Nate Conley, the coach for Manchester, is his work cut out for him. We'll see what Manchester can do. Bradley Harden, a sophomore. Max Chaplin, the leading scorer for Rose-Hulman on the season. Samvit Ram is one of those defensive specialists for Rose-Hulman. Terry Hicks being able to play well this season. And the newly engaged, great words.
Yes, newly engaged.
How's
You're
that
right.
one? Rusty Lloyd is the head coach for Rose-Hulman, listed as one of the top impactful head coaches, is what we're saying in Division III. He won an award with that one. He was named as a 21-22 Silver Waves media list of the top 50 impactful head coaches in Division III men's basketball. He has a career record of 116 and 76. He's in his 8th year at Rose-Hulman, and again has an opportunity to pick up a big win and push Rose-Hulman towards a tournament berth and a home tournament berth in the HCAC tournament. Again, Dylan Duff, as we found out last evening from Coach Rusty Lloyd, broke his nose, and he'll be out for just a little while here until he gets enough healing taken care of. They can put an actual brace on him. Tip is up and controlled by Manchester. Columbus with the basketball. To Linus. Takes the shot outside. Does Snelling. Can't get it to go, and the rebound comes out to Rose-Hulman. Bradley Harden with the basketball to Ram. Samvit off the screen and feeds inside. Hicks for the layup, got it. Assist to Works, and Hicks, that's Terry Hicks with his first basket of the evening.
Very nice way to start off the evening for the Engineers.
Good ball movement for Manchester. They take the 3 shot again, can't get it to go. Rebound comes out to Works on the floor. He'll push it up to Chaplin. Chaplin off the screen, gives it back to Wirtz, to Ram, and over the side, it's Harden. Takes the 3-point shot, doesn't have it on the range. Tipped up and picked up by Columbus. 3-on-2 fast break. Columbus with to the basket, can't get it to go. Tip up's no good. Rebound, tipped around, basket goes in, and it looked like it was put up by Coy Hampton.
It was. Absolutely.
And he's going to get the score and go to the line to shoot the old-fashioned 3-point play.
You know, you can always tell the guy goes quick to the free throw line. You know, he's the one that wants the bucket, gets the bucket, and a couple of offensive rebounds on that possession there for Manchester. Couldn't complete the 3-point three, but tied it too.
Ram with the basketball. He'll feed inside to Hicks. Hicks squares up, turns around, cutting is Harden. Jump stop, doesn't have anything, lost the basketball, picked it up, has a cross quarter, but picks up Ram on the front side. Harden pulls up from 10, short on the shot, and pulls away with it is Columbus. With the drive, going coast, nope, kicks it out to Willoughby. He puts the 3-point shot up and in, and it's 5-2 Manchester.
And here's the thing with Manchester, I don't care who they have available on the roster, what you see is going to be the same. You're going to see a 3-point barrage. This is what this team does. Rose-Hulman can't be surprised by this. You got to know, you got to chase them off the 3-point line.
Outside to Harden. Chaplin, he'll take the 3 opportunity. He doesn't go anywhere either as it goes off the backboard, and the rebound comes out to Manchester. Logan Willoughby, a freshman from Whiteland Community High School in Greenwood. Shot up and good. Another 3-point barrage, and it's Willoughby with another 3-pointer. It's 8-2. Don't be surprised if Rusty Lloyd calls a timeout the next time down the floor.
Willoughby shooting almost 44% from 3 for the season. So, but both of his threes, he had plenty of airspace. Nice grip.
Hicks had the rebound but lost the basketball. Columbus with the push. Back outside, Willoughby for 3. Got
Guess
another
who?
one.
Guess who? You look at Willoughby, that's 3 in a row. I mean, at some point, once again, you got to recognize who the shooters are. For this team, The shooters are pretty much everybody.
And right now, Rose-Hulman is cold as a cucumber from that three-point line. Back cut, out of bounds, and substitutions in. Jackson Cabrick comes into the ball game for Rose-Hulman.
Coach Rusty Lloyd, to his credit, being very patient here tonight. I believe I have sent 5 bodies in already.
Well, we'll see what happens with this. A nice drive, good kick, open shot, puts it up, can't get it to go, was Snelling. And Rose-Hulman on the transition. Feet inside, Hicks with another layup. It's 11-4. Manchester with the lead. Best thing Rose-Hulman can do is score the basketball and then force Manchester to come up slow. With the drive, kick out, reversal, and Columbus for 3, can't get it, rebound to Works.
You know, the thing about Manchester, you really are not really going to force them to come up slow even after a make. They can push if they want to. They have the athletes to do that.
Graham using the Hicks screen. Kick out, Terry Hicks for 3, got it up, can't get it down, rebound to Ram. He'll be fouled, and Rose-Hulman will have the basketball. Substitutions in, and we'll have a media timeout. We'll be back for more. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
For the things you treasure and the people you love. Brian Sponsler and Ben Rice for Auto, Home, and Life.
The Big Finish sales event is on now at York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on US Highway 40 in Brazil. Choose from over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles today. This month only, lock in 0% financing and no payment for 90 days. New Jeep Cherokee as low as $229 per month. New Ram 1500, $359 per month. Or sell us your vehicle for top dollar. Unwrap the savings at YorkCDJRBrazil.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one. You are. You're number one at York.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Fudge.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And we want to thank our sponsors for this evening's ball game: Crane Credit Union, Goshen H&R Block, Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Sponsler Insurance, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. And we're going to thank those folks for coming alongside to help sponsor Rose-Hulman basketball here from Terre Haute, Indiana. Outside, Chaplin, short corner shot, can't get it to go, tipped around, picked up, Vuk Jurek with the reverse, can't get it, had a chance, and really Vuk could have gone up much stronger with that one, but he got it up there and thought he could just finagle it in. He couldn't get it in the basket. It's 11-4, Manchester with the lead. Turning the corner, nice drive and a basket by Ty Linus, freshman from Crawfordsville. Jackson Cabrick, feed inside. Hicks puts the shot up, can't get it, gets his own rebound, puts it up and in. Hicks has that chance. You can put it on the low post, and Hicks should score almost every time. With it on the outside, and it was Willoughby. And again, that drive by Linus.
Ooh, his foot was so close to that sideline.
Substitution in the ball game as Mendenhall came into the ball game for Manchester. I saw him handle the basketball. Mendenhall in the corner takes the 3, doesn't go. Rebound to Chaplin. Chaplin again trying to set the offense. They'll give it up to Vuk Jurek. Jurek, short little shot, but he gets hammered. He'll go to the line.
You know, the one I watched the Engineers play, and one thing that there are a couple of things that I would, if I could gift them a couple of things, and there were several things I think of. One of them is post feed, being able to feed that post on time, on target, and it was just such a rhythm to post feed. Then, of course, it's not just on the guard. The post player has to give a nice target, be able to present it, square up to the passer. And so it's not just on the guard, but that's one thing that, you get close to tournament time. And last night there on Norris, I was critical on some things and you want to see the Patriots fine-tune some things. Same thing for the Engineers tonight. We look at post feed. That's one thing that I think they would be very well served and they would help themselves if they improve in that area.
Into the ballgame for Rose-Hulman is Zachary Jackson, a junior guard from Franklin, Tennessee, and Willie Bowman, also a junior from Germantown, Ohio.
It's a tough turnover right there, as could have been a little bit of contact possibly as Quintez Columbus was trying to probe in the paint and ended up turning it over.
Jackson will bring it up and set the offense for Rose-Hulman. Trying to work on that low post. I'm trying to establish it. They do to Vuk. Vuk Juric with the short little hook again. Doesn't get it again. Rebound. Nice pass inside and an easy layup for Zachary Jackson.
I think the Engineers are so worried about the charge because they know they're bigger. You're already seeing about 3 post shots come up short. So I'm wondering if they're worried about that charge.
3-point shot up and no good. A rebound and it's out of bounds. It'll be Rose-Hulman basketball. I'm thinking, from my perspective, I'm looking at the post establishment. And right now they're not establishing on the block. They're about 4 feet outside the block, which I think leaves him short on his turn and drop step. He's just not establishing the post. Backdoor cut, tipped out of bounds, Rose-Hulman basketball.
One thing that, you don't see very often, a lot of times when a post player finally gets the ball in the post, they feel like they have to score right then. If you're not comfortable, if you don't have your feet work or your timing or your proximity to the basket, kick it back out and repost. As we are close to a turnover there by Manchester.
Cabrick had a chance on the shot in the low post and couldn't get it in. 3-point shot up and no good this time by Ty Linus. Outside to Cabrick. Pump, he'll drive, got an open drop. And again, see that the post is just established too far outside.
But
he should have all that
kick out and repost. Now that's where he kicked out, but he didn't try to reestablish himself.
Yep, he's got to get it down in there tough. Nice scoop, couldn't get it up and in, was number 11, that's Zachary Jackson for Rose-Hulman. And with the rebound, it's Manchester basketball. 13-9's our score. And Manchester continues to move the ball around. They're going to take 3 shots the entire evening.
They are.
And try to make it work.
46% of Manchester's field goal attempts are 3-point shots. When you look at the regular season and what they've done this year. So this is not like a small sample size. We're talking about, almost 20 games worth as they come with a little bit of pressure here. They're going to shoot the 3-point shot. So there's no surprise of the philosophy, the style of play that you're going to get when you face Manchester.
Zachary Jackson handling the basketball, gives up to Bowman. Bowman at the top almost gets his pocket picked because he didn't pull it all the way through. Jackson on the drive, puts a shot up and got it to go.
Nice move by Jackson to get to the cup. A couple of defensive stops for the Engineers, and now they're just down 2.
So Rose-Hulman came into the ball game and really went cold for about 3 minutes. Just under 12 minutes to go in the first half with the drive and the kick. Open shot from 3. And boy, he lit that one up, was Coy Hampton, the sophomore from Forest Park, Illinois.
Every single player, basically, who plays for Manchester, you have to treat them like a 3-point shooter. I just...
Shots up and no good. Rebound, and that's a strong one. Gets it put back in his face. Cabrick should have shot that one. He'll take the drive, and he gets it slotted away.
How about Hampton? 2 blocks on this situation down here leading us to a timeout.
And a timeout on the floor at 16-11. Rose-Hulman trails Manchester when we return on Indiana Sports Network.
Gen Z is a stalled generation.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Again, 16-11 is our score. 11:15 left to go in the first half, and Rose-Hulman's had a hard time putting the ball in the basket.
Yeah, they really have. At this point, shooting 26% from the field, just 5 for 19. Not able to connect on the three-point shot. Hopefully there's not something in the water in Terre Haute. Last night, Indiana State was like 0 for 18 from 3 on the night. There's that shot flat by Farnsworth. So far, Rose-Hulman 0 for 5. So hopefully Terre Haute teams or area teams can get off the three-point snide here soon.
Manchester with the turnover. Kabrick with the basketball. Pumped, looked, drives. McGowan in the low post, puts a shot up and in.
Miles McGowan showing what he can do from about 7 feet. This is a young man, a little bit more mobility than a couple of our bigs. When you look at Jurich and Wirtz, he has more mobility than they do, as well as Simon Blair, offensive foul on that moving screen. That time by Manchester Tie Liners.
The scoring for Manchester, Willoughby right now with 9, Hampton with 5, Linus with 2, but you're looking at players for Manchester that aren't their leading guys, and these guys are playing stellar right now. They're playing very well and very solid.
They are. They really are. They know the system. They know what they're supposed to do. A lot of these guys might run the scout team or things of that nature, and so they're playing against a good group in practice, and you know what the game plan is. Just got to execute. Good move.
Nice reverse. Couldn't get it, but the follow by McGowan.
McGowan needs to play heavy minutes tonight. This is a young man tonight. You can see his activity so far. So I think matchup-wise, and people that listen to us hear me talk about matchups quite a bit. And so I'm just a believer in that. Good defense by Jackson.
Another steal by Rose-Hulman. Kabrick with his hands on
it.
Outside look for Ram for 3. Can't get it. Nice opportunity, but a good challenge that time by Logan Willoughby. Got right in his face. Foul called down, and again, that one will go on Farnsworth.
On that fast break, the ball started on the far side of the court. It got back to the near, the right side. McGowan was streaking on that left side. He had to step on his defender. Bounce pass right there. I know the defender was closing. You can go bounce pass, you can go lob pass. I thought McGowan on the other side of the court was the better pass for that play.
Sam Dunn enters the ball game for Rose-Hulman. That's a nice move on the inside. Yes. He just couldn't get it in.
Very nice tight crossover right there by Snelling.
Nunn with the basketball. Sam trying to work on Columbus, and Columbus very good defensively. Really forced the issue. Nunn with the basketball to Kabrick.
Boy, Kabrick very close to traveling on the catch.
Looking feed inside, nice reverse layup, and they got it up and in with Isaac Farnsworth, the sophomore from Auburn, Indiana.
Excellent cut by Farnsworth. Met his mom last game. Was that on Saturday?
Yep.
Mom came over to greet us, and that was very nice.
Three-point shot is up and good, and Manchester can shoot the basketball, folks, and number 5, Ty Linus with the three-pointer.
You give these guys open shots, and they're going to knock them down.
Ram back out to Nunn, over to Cabrick, and back to Farnsworth. On the drive, kick, McGowan with the drive. Could have had the charge, he did.
Boy, just
said he lowered his shoulder.
Yeah, extended just a little bit. Those are two physical guys going at it, but just when you dip like that, you're going to, more times than not, you're going to get that foul. When you look at Manchester shooting the three, number one in the conference at 3-point makes per game, just a hair over 9 3-point makes per contest.
And they're on track again tonight. The difference can be legs in the second half. And
yes.
When you're not playing only 7 players, that could be a big difference in what's going on.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to slow walk your opponent down. Don't panic. Be steady. Keep playing your game. And by the end of the game, hopefully things are, be right there for you.
2 missed threes the teams have traded on back-to-back possessions. Columbus still looking. He's got a 2-pointer there. He'll put the shot up, no good, and rebound to Wirtz.
That one I didn't think was a very good shot. That was one of the few that Manchester has taken that I've seen tonight that I did not think was a good shot.
Ram for 3. Had his feet steady, but just not able to line that one up. Scores 19-17, 7:37 left to go in the first half.
A couple of really impatient possessions in a row for Rose-Hulman.
Columbus with the basketball. That's Quintez Columbus, freshman from South Bend and went to John Adams High School. Quintez with the drive, puts a shot up and got it to go.
Yeah, right off the butt of the rim there, kind of died there and crawled through the net. Good shot by Columbus.
21-17. Trap, they'll give it back out. Farnsworth back out to Nunn. Sam with the drive on the inside, feeds down low, and a bad opportunity and a turnover as Wirtz threw it back in and picked up by Snelling.
Shooter.
Kick out, another 3-point shot, no good. Rebound to Chaplin. Rose-Hulman needs to make this a give-and-take, fast-paced game for a little bit here. Put some wind in the sails, so to speak, and make sure that Manchester has to run up and down the floor. Looking inside, could be a give and go, no. Wirtz will power it up in the middle of the lane and got the jump hook to go.
Just too strong on that end of the court is Trey Wirtz for any of the Manchester Spartans.
Manchester has led this entire ball game.
Yeah.
Consistently shot the ball well enough to put themselves in the lead. That's the other thing. You notice how they slowed everything down to try to get everybody a breather.
Yeah, we're ready for the media timeout, but just we kind of blown by it. So, kind of give everybody a blow there. Is get another good shot on a pull-up from Ty Linus.
Linus again looking like a very quality guard for Manchester. Nunn has the ball tipped into the back court. Since it was tipped, Ram picks it up. 14 on the shot clock. Ram. He'll drive, try to get it up, and he got the shot up, and he's fouled.
Yeah, that was a tough call there for Coy Hampton. Trying to slide his feet, got a little bit too much of the body. It was Hampton Ram.
And timeout's called on the floor. Manchester leads by 4 when we return on Indiana Sports Network.
If somebody's kind of on the fence of going into a recruiting office or just reaching out to a recruiter, I would absolutely encourage it, if anything, just for the information.
We have a lot of enlistment bonuses out there right now, upwards to about $20,000. If you're in college or you plan to be to college, this is a great choice for you because our organization, we look for students who want to go to college. We also have educational benefits where we pay up to 100% of tuition.
Wherever life takes you, whatever stage, anything that you need, no matter the season, getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Okay, big stat. You got any for me? I got a big one if you want to hear it. Here it is. Manchester, 5 of 15 from three-point range. That's 33%. That's just like shooting layups at a 50% clip. Rose-Hulman, 0 for 8 from three-point range.
Yeah,
that's what's going on.
0 or 5 in the after the 12-minute timeout, I believe, somewhere around that area.
And the opportunity for Ram at the line.
You know, you look at the first time these two teams played. We talk about the three-point shot. Rose-Hulman, we talked about a 4-point loss. They were 3 of 18 from a three-point line in the first game. Manchester, 15 of 38.
Yeah, that's over 50%. I mean, when you consider the points scored off of what's going on.
Yes. That's the equivalency.
Better than shooting the 2-point shots. And there's another one this time by Ty Linus.
That's where the game of basketball is right now. I remember, God rest his soul, coach from Ontario South, a decade and a half ago, who was talking about three-point equivalency, and I thought he was nuts. I had never heard anything like that, but he was just way ahead of his time. Mike Saylor, thank you, Tony Harper.
I remember Mike. Good guy.
Mike Saylor was, he coached the Ontario South Braves in the 05 championship run. We got to the semi-state. And he was talking about three-point equivalency. He was on media. They interviewed him, and he's talking about, well, if we hit the X percent of our threes, I was like hitting 35% of our threes is like hitting 55% of twos. And I had never heard of anything like that. But you look at that was almost 20 years ago. You look at 17 years ago. That's where the game of basketball is played today. I don't care if you're looking at high school at a high level, college, or NBA. You're looking at three-point shots ranging from all over the court. That's what you're seeing tonight from Manchester.
Quintez Columbus hit the last shot. Oh, that's a tough one.
Who do you call that on? Boy.
I don't know. Who do you call it on? Because it was equal.
Yeah, they got it on Ram, but that was, wow. That was good hustle. Both guys, I guess Savage should have reached for the ball. Yes, I don't know.
And a timeout's been called. It's 28-22, Manchester with the lead.
It's tax time. You need a professional with decades of experience. You need Goshen H&R Block. Nothing is more important than getting your taxes done quickly and correctly, up close and personal, by people you know and trust. This year, get answers to all your questions and your taxes done right by Goshen H&R Block.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
28-22 is our score. 3:57 left to go in the first half. We want to thank the Crane Credit Union, Goshen H&R Block, the Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Sponsler Insurance, and Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. Our transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive with 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. And I'll tell you what, Quintez Columbus had a really nice drive and score the last time down the floor for Manchester, and they're setting up to do it again. Nice job, and I'm going to say this, coaching-wise, Nate Connolly has done a really nice job in controlling the ball game the way he wants it.
Yeah, he has. He's been in complete control. Right now, kind of milking the clock. Oh, my gosh. Woo. Look at that explosive move. But when you have, once again, favorable matchup, that's what you do. If you're going to put Chaplin on him, you just do that.
Chaplin with the drive in the lane, puts a shot up and gets it to go. 6-point lead now for Manchester. 3:10 left to go in the first half. And again, spreading it. This is 4-point offense. I mean, 4-corner offense in the new style, which is you drive really hard. If somebody collapses, you kick to the 3-point, and then the ball gets reversed. There's the
Just
kick,
like that.
open look, 3, can't get it, rebound comes out, and a good one that time by Zachary Jackson.
Simon Blair in the game for the first time tonight.
Hicks looking to drive, can't get it done. Blair gives it up, rammed it for 3, can't get it to go. Rebound is up and good this time by Chaplin.
You know, I really don't think the Engineers need the 3-point play, a shot to win tonight. Just go to the basket. Keep going to the basket. Hard cuts, good action, post up when you need to, but good movement. You'll score. You don't need a 3-point shot tonight. At some point, shots are going to go down, but you don't have to have it tonight.
Kick out with the drive on the inside, and there's an open look on the baseline. Down in low post, and he's mismatched. Kick out, and a 3-point shot will not count. It went up late in the shot clock violation. Willoughby just couldn't get that shot up. Into the ball game immediately comes Coy Hampton.
Best possession defensively for the Engineers tonight, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
But the other part is Manchester allowed the clock to run, and they're trying to slow the tempo down because, again, Coach Conley can see that if you run up and down the court the entire time, their legs are going to go dead. With the drive, shots up and good this time by Zachary Jackson.
Engineers down to a 2-point deficit. Let's see how they close this half.
30-28, 2-point lead for Manchester. Columbus with the pull-up. That's his shot, but he missed it this time. The rebound comes out to Blair. Zachary Jackson using that screen, gives it out. Blair for 3, puts a shot up, doesn't get it to go. Isn't that interesting, though? We're looking at all the dynamics of this one. Manchester shooting the 3, and they're leading because of it. Rose-Hulman, when they shoot the 3, they haven't hit anything.
No.
And you might as well almost abandon spread and just, like you said, attack the basket hard. You're going to get foul calls and get them into foul trouble. There's no foul trouble. 4 team fouls both directions. Again, Blair for 3 at the top of the key. Misses almost everything. Kicked back outside. Open is Chaplin, and he won't pull the trigger. 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Making them defend for a long time this possession. Let's go to the basket.
With it, Chaplin with the drive, puts a shot up, got it up, and didn't get it, tipped around, rebound comes out to Manchester. Linus pushing the ball down the floor, kicked up, fast break opportunity, missed it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll still be Manchester basketball, as Snelling couldn't get that thing in the basket. He had the opportunity, just didn't finish well.
Yeah, he was going with a head full of steam. Sometimes when you're going that hard at the basket, it's hard to make a finesse play. Quick timeout, use it or lose it, Manchester.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants. We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
38.5 seconds left to go in the first half, and this group of guys from Manchester has played almost as well as they possibly can. They lead by 2 and a chance to increase that lead here with the basketball. Columbus pulls, he turns the corner, makes the reverse layup and scores. Quintez Columbus for 2. Jackson with the basketball. Zachary, the junior from Franklin, Tennessee. Ram with the drive, turn around, puts a shot up, doesn't get it to go. Rebound, tipped around and picked up by Manchester. 10 seconds left to go in the first half. Manchester with the lead. They're going to get a quick foul.
Yeah, you still got a couple more to give here. Team foul number 5. You got one more to give. You might want to see if you can let them take a dribble or two. Wait till they make their move. You can't wait too long, but commit that second foul.
And that was a sub going in for Chaplin, so he doesn't pick up the second foul off of an inbounds or anything that direction.
Foul now.
Columbus. They need to foul him early. They do, but it's, again, out of bounds at 3 seconds left to go in the first half.
It was close to a tie up there as well. It was really close, and Jackson got his arms in there.
Well, look for a quick release on a shot or throwing the ball to the baseline. There's the quick release on a shot and gives it up, and that will be the end of the first half. It's a Manchester lead, 32-28. We'll return for more on the halftime show here on Indiana Sports Network.
And addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people
in Central and West Central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. Ready to serve you and your family with compassionate health care of the highest quality. Serving the Wabash Valley since 1892. Union Health. Healthier together.
At Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we go to great depths to list and sell your property. If your agent isn't willing to go to these depths,
6 acres with bass,
to list and sell your property, don't you think that's a little fishy?
And there's fish everywhere. Oh! And snapping turtles!
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com.
Oh, that's gross.
It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network. This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Well, I'm telling you, Manchester came to play this evening.
They did.
7 players. They're shorthanded. It looks like everything's going to fall apart just because of the number situation. If you are Nate Conley, the head coach for Manchester, you're going to go in at halftime and you're going to go, this is awesome. I mean, how hard these guys are playing and the things they're doing offensively, they've been able to do defensively. They have some shortcomings, but they've been able to rebound well, and the rebounding on the defensive end has kept Rose-Hulman from scoring too many times and taking control of the ball game.
You're right. Coach Conley has got to be pleased with the effort that he sees tonight, and I'm sure there's a couple of little things that he'd like to clean up here or there strategically. But the effort has been there for his guys, and when they had opportunities to push the pace, they did so. Towards the last, 6 minutes of the half, slowed the pace down, played a little bit more of a control style half court, had plenty of chances where they scored very well out of that half court. So on the offensive end, they are got to be very pleased in what they've done with just a limited roster here tonight in the effort. I kind of was worried about this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I talked about that, the analogy of backing the animal in the corner and then trying to close in on them and to see what happens. And there's 20 minutes left in this basketball game. This is a game Rose-Hulman absolutely has to have. 20 minutes left, a lot still to happen. I'd like to think that Rose-Hulman should be okay, be able to come up, pull out this victory, just because of attrition, if nothing else. But man, Manchester, this is what I was worried about in this game, knowing that they only had 7 players and knowing kind of the game plan not going to change too much. The only difference is slowing the tempo down a little bit. You're going to see 3-point shots flowing from all over the court. You have a couple of guys that can really knock them down. Everybody's going to be able to shoot it when they have an open shot. And that's the type of game that doesn't suit Rose-Hulman defensively. When you spread it, you have your 5-man that can step out and shoot the basketball. That gives Rose-Hulman problems more than anything else. And when I'm looking at the standings, and I say, oh yeah, Rose-Hulman could get the 4 seed, host a quarterfinal game, I don't want to see Manchester.
No.
I don't want to see Manchester. You're not going to see Hanover.
Right.
I don't want to see that. Is the type of team that gives Rose-Hulman fits. So I just, from a matchup standpoint, I don't want to see these guys anymore this year. Hey, thanks for coming, Manchester. Hopefully we can get the split. I don't want to see them. And that, I say that out of respect, because the way they play, it's just not a good matchup for Rose-Hulman.
And when you look at it, Manchester's, of their top 4 scorers, only one of them is playing in the ball game.
Yep. And that speaks to Coach Connolly and the game plan, the system that they run. The players that are here, they know what they're supposed to do, and so they just get an opportunity and executing off of that.
And with these Mendenhall, Mitch Mendenhall's only played 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And he's seen some more playing time than some of the others. And he scored fairly well when he's been in ball games, but they haven't used him as much. Yeah. And again, you don't know how healthy everybody is. You don't know how, if he has a nagging injury or anything that way.
Right.
They've stuck to these 5 guys and gotten them a little bit of break by rotating all the way through. Yeah. And you have to give Quintez Columbus a lot of credit, because when the threes are not being shot, Columbus is on the floor driving and getting close enough to the basket where he's had shot opportunities as well. And when you look at the scoring, just the summary of this one individually for Manchester: 8 points for Columbus, 9 points for Willoughby, 5 points for Hampton, Linus with 10, and Mendenhall and Snelling have not scored. For Rose-Hulman, they played a lot of players.
About 13.
13 players, and with that, 6 points for Terry Hicks. And Hicks looked pretty good at the start. We haven't seen a lot of minutes from Hicks. He's only played 13 minutes out of the 20. He could have played a little bit more, especially towards the end of that segment here, right at the last 2 or 3 minutes would have been nice. But, the 2 guys that have played most are Hicks and Chaplin. They're the guys that should lead in scoring, and they have 4 points only for Max Chaplin. 3 3-point field goals for Rose-Hulman. They have yet to hit a 3-pointer. And when you see somebody shooting those, it's really a self-conscious thing. You want to retaliate. I can shoot them too, and if you're open and you're not hitting them, just do what you know is good enough. So without a 3-point shot, they trail by 4.
That's right.
And if they would have put the ball in at certain points, probably could have ground out and really forced this one. Rose-Hulman finds themselves in a little bit of trouble here, because again, Manchester leads 32-28 here at halftime. We'll pause, take a break. We'll be right back with more here from Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Fudge.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants. We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hostetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021, Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in Central and West Central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. ready to serve you and your family with compassionate health care of the highest quality. Serving the Wabash Valley since 1892. Union Health. Healthier together.
Here at Mossfield Properties, Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we know dirt. Last year, this piece of property produced 50 acres of beans. It's a little low on nitrogen, and the pH is 6.8.
Oh, and they also had cattle on here.
When it comes to knowing your ground, isn't it important to have a realtor who does as well?
And that's no bull.
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com. We are your Indiana land specialist.
The Big Finish sales event is on now at York Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on US Highway 40 in Brazil. Choose from over 500 new and certified pre-owned vehicles today. This month only, lock in 0% financing and no payment for 90 days. New Jeep Cherokee as low as $229 per month. New Ram 1500, $359 per month. Or sell us your vehicle for top dollar. Unwrap the savings at YorkCDJRBrazil.com. Stop by today and we'll show you why we're not number one, you are.
We're not number one,
you are.
You're number one at York.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And as we prepare for the second half, again, 32-28 is our score. Scoring for Rose-Hulman at halftime. Ram is 1 for 2 from the foul line. He has 1 point. Terry Hicks with 6. Max Chaplin with 4. Trey Wirtz with 2. Vuk Juric 1. Jackson with 6 points. Zachary Jackson with 6. Sam Nunn with 2. 4 points for McGowan and 2 points for Farnsworth. A lot of players have played for Rose-Hulman. They just don't have the scoring to go along with that. Manchester, again, scoring has come from 4 players in that, with Columbus with 8, Willoughby 9, Hampton with 5, and Linus with 10 points already here in the first half. As we look forward to this second half, Rose-Hulman will probably narrow down the amount of people that are playing and try to contend with what Manchester is going to do from a defensive standpoint, and see if they can put the ball maybe a little bit more in the low post. They hit a couple threes. They're right back into where they want to be. But again, controlling the ball and controlling the tempo. Manchester has controlled the tempo in the first half. They've controlled the basketball. They've shot well enough. 33% from three-point range as Manchester shot. And if you look at that compared to what you're going to get on a two-point shot, that's like shooting 50% from the field. For Rose-Hulman shooting, they've really only shot the ball at like 38% from the field. And again, with Manchester shooting better simply from the three-point range, again, Manchester's doing everything they need to lead in the ball game, and they are.
They are, and it starts with effort. Rose-Hulman only 28 points in the first half. Manchester is undefeated when they hold teams, and I don't mean to be facetious about this, but it's true. They're undefeated when they hold teams under 70 points.
There you go.
The thing is, they've only done that 2 times. Yeah. They've done that to Rose-Hulman. They've done that to Bluffton. Rose-Hulman has 28 points in that first half. Manchester, by no stretch of the imagination, is a defensive mind. I don't want to say they're not defensive minded, but they struggle defensively.
Well, they struggle
point blank.
On that issue, and they try to score more points than you do. And it may not be possession by possession, but I get what you're saying. Like, they like to keep the pressure on and move the ball up down the floor. To Manchester's credit, they slowed it down a little bit in the first half. And they tried to just take things that they were given to them, and that also hurt them on a shot clock violation once. So we'll see who dictates the tempo of the ball game, and I think that will dictate who wins this ball game, is the tempo in the second half. We'll be back for the throw-in to start the second half in just a moment.
For the things you treasure and the people you love. Brian Sponsler and Ben Rice for Auto, Home, and Life.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And welcome back. Rose-Hulman in the huddle, just getting ready to break on this one. Again, we want to thank our sponsors for this evening's ball game: Crane Credit Union, Goshen H&R Block, the Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Sponsler Insurance, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. With the basketball to start the second half will be Rose-Hulman. Different starting lineup here in the second half. You see Terry Hicks into the ball game, as well as Miles McGowan. Those are the inside players. And again, Hicks was out at the end of the first half, and we'll see what happens. Using it inside. Harden trying to get it in. Chaplin trying to use that screen. He will. Pull up from 15. Got it. Max Chaplin for 2. Quintez Columbus will set the offense for Manchester. Again, running the spread, trying to get open looks. Driving down into the lane. And then they'll kick it back out. Again, Columbus for 3. Can't get it. Rebound to Ram. Harden to Hicks. Looking inside. Has McGowan, but Hicks tries to turn the corner on him. Open look with the drive. No, kicks out. Chaplin for 3. Doesn't get it, and the rebound comes out to Logan Willoughby. Willoughby to Columbus. And they'll move that basketball around. Hampton had it.
Get a hand up.
There's the three-point shot up and good by Ian Snelling.
Boy, you can't stand there with your hand down with these shooters. You have to get a hand up and challenge. Even if you want to give them a foot, get a little space, got to get a hand up.
With it again, Harden, kick out, Ram for 3. He doesn't get it, and the rebound comes out to Linus. Linus pushing the effort, kick out. Columbus looking back outside to Hampton. Again, Willoughby, they'll pull it back out, and another three-point shot for Linus.
Once again, the hand was down. The contest was late, the hand was down. It's Splash Mountain.
Rose-Hulman had the lead cut to 2. It's back to 8. With it, kick out, open look, and the first three-point basket of the night is hit by Bradley Harden. 5-point lead for Manchester. Again, ball rotation for Manchester has been key for them. Getting the ball in the open players' hands, not the defensive rotations. No, that's a huge rebound for Ian Snelling. He's fouled on the rebound. And they'll say he's going to be in shooting position. He'll go to the line.
Snelling somehow got inside position on Sam Ram and was able to squeeze in there for that offensive rebound, get 2 free throws out of it. It's great effort there by Snelling to try to increase this lead up to potentially 7 points.
Snelling will put the first one up and gets the roll, gets it to fall. Transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive with 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. 40-33. Manchester with a lead and Rose-Hulman with the basketball. Chaplin tries to turn the corner, can't get it done. Harden backs to Chaplin. To Ram. Ram takes a hard cut, and it's stolen away. Nice play by Columbus. Quintez Columbus is one of the better players that Manchester has, and he's played a really solid ball game. Pull up, short shot, rebound, comes out to Harden.
Yeah, Columbus, I've been so impressed with him tonight. Just a blur, and just a freshman as well.
Feed down inside to McGowan, looking for the double team, and they're going to get the foul called on the cut. It looks like it'll go against Willoughby.
That was a great cut by Harden, and McGowan almost lost the ball on that double team, was able to corral it, find the cutting Harden. Now it's going to be baseline right.
Lob up on the inside, Ram, and they're going to call the foul, and it'll go again Columbus. As they say, he didn't get the ball, but he ended up getting the arm.
2 quick fouls there for Manchester. Rose-Hulman will get to the free throw line for free throw attempts 5 and 6 of the evening.
nobody really in foul troubles. We didn't have very many fouls called in the whole first half.
No, we didn't.
And that's because you're not putting the ball in that low post and really trying to attack the basket. You're not drawing contact from an offensive standpoint. 40-34, make it 41-30, or 40-35.
Oh, got it.
Harden got the pick. Harden with a nice steal on the outside, and Rose-Hulman needs a couple possessions like this off of turnovers where they can really limit Manchester's ability to score.
No movement whatsoever.
Ram to Chaplin. Looking to feed. No, they're going to use the screen. Looking, and they'll kick it outside to McGowan. Chaplin for three. Got it up, can't get it down. Tipped around, rebound to Ram.
Find McGowan, please. He's working so hard. Hit him!
Couldn't get the ball in the low post, and it's stolen away. Nice play by Snelling. One, he's down on his own, lays it up and in. Ian Snelling for two, and it's 42-35.
Miles McGowan was ready for the post, but you have to hit him with the ball. You got to get him.
Chaplin drives, kicks it out. Three-point shot by Harden. He got another three. 2 threes now for Bradley Harden. And Harden sat a lot of time on the bench in the first half.
Yeah, he did. Started the last couple games and really giving the Engineers a spark here to begin the second half.
Three-point shot up by Linus, and the rebound comes out to McGowan. Didn't get the foul call on that. A lot of contact. Harden drives, shoots, scores. Bradley Harden with 8 points immediately here in the second half. 42-40. Substitutions are going in. Here it comes. Columbus pulls up, 15-footer, got it. And again, it's 44-40, Manchester with the lead. Harden will take the ball to the right side, working off a McGowan screen, looks to feed, gets it down inside to Hicks. They're going to call the foul, and Snelling gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Timeout's going to be called as well. 44-40, Rose-Hulman trails Manchester.
If somebody's kind of on the fence of going into a recruiting office or just reaching out to a recruiter, I would absolutely encourage it, if anything, just for the information.
We have a lot of enlistment bonuses out there right now, upwards to about $20,000. If you're in college or you plan to be to college, this is a great choice for you because our organization, we look for students who want to go to college. We also have educational benefits where we pay up to 100% of tuition.
Wherever life takes you, whatever stage, anything that you need, no matter the season, getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
15 minutes to go in the ball game. It's 44-40. Manchester with a 4-point lead. We want to thank Crane Credit Union, Goshen H&R Block, the Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Sponsler Insurance, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. And our sponsors again for this evening have done a great job all year in making sure that we're able to bring you our broadcasts here on Indiana Sports Network. Chaplin are trying to feed it in. They got Hicks on the post. Nope, Chaplin in the corner, and he had an opportunity, just didn't pull the trigger. Using the screen and roll, Chaplin puts it up. That's a nice play by Max Chaplin. Gets the 2, and the lead's cut to 2. Closest Rose-Hulman's been for a while.
A couple of times we've seen the lead be trimmed to 2 for Rose-Hulman, but just haven't been able to get all the way to the apex and climb over. It's a great shot, just rims out for Columbus.
Pushing the ball up the floor is Zach Jackson. Zachary using that screen by Wirtz outside to Harden. I'm kind of surprised he didn't take the opportunity there. He had a good 3-point shot opportunity. There's another one. And he's hit a couple of them with the floater, doesn't get it. And that's probably an ill-advised shot when it comes to it in comparison.
I think he wanted to go off the backboard. Ooh, that's a tough shot.
Tough shot. That's the challenge Rose-Hulman needs to give to Manchester shooting the ball, as, again, Hampton had somebody right in his face in Trey Wirtz. Jackson outside. They'll give it up to Harden, and now Chaplin. Wirtz is going to pound it down in the post. Cross court, diagonal. Feed down to Wirtz, to Hicks, and he missed the entry pass.
Yeah, the entry pass led Hicks toward the sideline, and Hicks had good position, but unfortunately the pass, as Harden was trying to back up, he thought about taking the three when the pass was coming out to him, ended up going for the post pass, but just maybe a little bit too cavalier with that left-handed pass, ended up going out of bounds.
44-42, Manchester with the lead, with the drive down inside, and Wirtz didn't attack the rebound. He just stood there and was out-rebounded. The shot goes in off of the rebound, and a really nice play by Ty Linus, the freshman from Crawfordsville.
One thing that I will say, it was a good attack by Ty Linus. I guess I'm saying a couple of things. Trey Wirtz was facing Linus. I guess Trey definitely could have turned around after the shot was taken, but there were 2 or 3 other engineers that could have gotten that rebound as well. So, I agree with what you're saying about Trey. Turn around, get the rebound, but his guys got to help him out. He did his job, part of it, at least defending the shot attempt. Somebody else got to collect that rebound.
Harden took the three. It was missed, tipped out of bounds by Manchester. Rose-Hulman has the basketball. 47-42 is the score.
Can't lose this game, Herb.
Looking inside, got nobody. He'll throw it into the back court, and Jackson will pick it up.
Got to find a way. I don't care what you have to do here.
Jackson gives it up. Harden. Stutter puts a shot up, can't get it. Rebound. Outside, there's 6 seconds on the shot clock. Chaplin with the drive, puts the shot up, fade away, can't get it. Rebound comes out to Logan Willoughby. Put it outside, again Linus, kicks it back outside, this time to Mendenhall, and around the horn we go. Columbus just went right down in there, got the ball in the low post to Mendenhall, and he can't do anything with it. There's a three-pointer in the corner, doesn't go anywhere. Nice block out by Vuk. Chaplin with the drive, puts the shot up, no, rebound, 2 Rose-Hulman players, and they'll pull it back out.
Ball hit the rim.
Shot clock. I don't know what they did. They said put it back to 20. I don't understand what went on.
I don't know.
And again, shot clock issues. The officials have to deal with a lot of stuff. With the shot clock, that is a tough thing to do. Every time a shot goes up, did it hit? Did it not? And then you have to check.
Did that ball hit the rim?
I didn't see it.
I didn't think it did. I don't know. Okay.
Into the ball game is Willie Bowman, and also number 50 Isaac Farnsworth. Farnsworth with it right now for Rose-Hulman. Bowman. Luke Jurich. Jackson.
Move the ball.
Chaplin. 5 seconds. He's going to have to pull the trigger. Fade away in the corner. Puts the shot up. Got the rim. Luke Jurich with the rebound and put back. It's 47-44.
We'll see if the engineers can get a stop right here. I know Coach Lloyd is imploring his engineers to get a stop here. Under 12, media timeout coming.
Mendenhall back outside. Linus has been the guy. Blocked shot. Nice play by Jackson. They'll feed him. They got numbers in if they can move it. Jackson almost stolen away. Open look for Bowman. Bowman for 3. Can't get it. Rebound comes out and picked up by Snelling. Manchester with the basketball. In the corner, they'll kick it out. Open look for 3. Vuk
That's a dagger.
Challenges, but Mendenhall just drills the 3. It's 50-44. Timeout on the floor. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
It's tax time. You need a professional with decades of experience. You need Goshen H&R Block. Nothing is more important than getting your taxes done quickly and correctly, up close and personal, by people you know and trust. This year, get answers to all your questions and your taxes done right by Goshen H&R Block.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
50-44, Rose-Hulman finds themselves trailing a depleted Manchester roster. And again, Mendenhall with a, as you called it, a dagger. Yeah. And it was an outstanding three-point shot. He was challenged on the edge by Trey Wirtz, and he still got the shot up and got it in. And that lead has expanded again. It's gone down to 2, up to 8 here in the second half. And Rose-Hulman still within striking distance, but they're going to have to do a better job defensively to alter some of those three-point shots that Manchester has been able to knock down. Outside.
Remember The Godfather, Al Pacino said, every time I try to get out, they draw me back in. Well, Manchester doing the opposite. Every time Rose-Hulman trying to get within striking distance, Manchester comes with a push. Lead to a timeout, down 6, Rose-Hulman.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstadter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape. From 1971
to 2021, Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Home.
Now, folks, we're going to remind you that when we say media timeout, that does not mean that just because we're broadcasting the game that we had anything to do with this many timeouts or the timeouts back-to-back. There's a prescribed number in college basketball. It's not in high school, not junior high or anything, but in the college game, there's a prescribed number that are called media timeout. Steal on the open court for Bowman. Willie puts it up and in. Cuts the lead to 4.
Big break there for the Engineers as a little pick and roll goes awry for Manchester, leads to a fast break.
With it, kicking out to Snelling. Back outside.
Fight through that.
And again, that three-point shot up, no good. Rebound to Bowman.
Every time, I think the Engineers should be pushing. Push and probe. If you don't have it, then click it back out, run your offense.
And see if you can get that ball. I'd like to see him stick it in the low post.
Me too. Even if it's off of a cut.
Outside, they're running a 5-out man, and they're trying to drive to the basket.
Not on him.
With it outside. Kabrick, feed, there's Vuk. Down in the low post, feed, open look, layup. That's the idea.
That's what you've been asking for, Herb. Oh, you get the ball in the low post. Good things tend to happen, kind of like getting the ball middle to court on his own. Good things happen from there.
Outside, Columbus for 3. Can't get it. Rebound to Zurich.
Opportunity to tie or take the lead.
Kabrick had an open lane to the basket. Just didn't pull it and take off with it. Back outside. Here comes Jackson with the drive. Shot up and good.
Yeah. He went with force that time. Jackson lowered his head a little bit. He lowered his head and not his shoulder. And got away with that. And got the bucket tied up at 50.
Columbus back outside.
Oh, stay
open
up.
Look for three, and he didn't get it down this time as, again, Mitch Mendenhall, the sophomore from New Haven, had that opportunity. Drive down in by Jackson. Feed into Jurich. Vuk, he can back him down, and he's a huge height advantage. Off the glass, in the hole, Vuk Jurich. And you see him start to get wound up like he did the last week. And if Vuk gets wound up, you're going to see about 10 points in a row come from the big fella on the low post. Outside, again, Manchester with a basketball. They'll feed Snelling. Snelling turns the corner, drive, kick out. Looking for it again, Columbus. And I'm telling you, that kid can move.
Yeah, he can.
Linus for three, puts a shot up, air ball, and all of a sudden Rose-Hulman's bench comes alive.
Yeah, they have a nice little spark to them as now Rose-Hulman, the first lead of the game at 52-50, and now you just got to sustain this and keep building on it. Zachary Jackson had a very nice stint. Bradley Harden coming back into the game as Rose-Hulman really staying with this three-guard lineup that they've deployed for the majority of this half.
And I think part of that three-guard lineup is for the defensive side. Zurich with the drive, can't get it to go. Rebound, tipped out. Bowman had an opportunity, couldn't get the board, and out comes Linus. Linus with the drive, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound, and picked up. Zurich. Fast break opportunities. Nope, they're going to slow her down.
I wouldn't. I'd keep pushing. I'd keep pushing, try to tire these legs up for a Manchester. Good shot.
Bowman for three, can't get it. In and out. Rebound comes out to Hampton. 7:30 left to go in the ball game. A 2-point Engineer lead. And it's been slowed down. They're going to take the three-point opportunity. There it is. Wow. And he got it.
Wow.
I'm telling you, Quintez Columbus with ice in his veins puts it up, and Manchester back into the lead.
Quintez third in field goal percentage in the conference at 51% from the field. Just drains that big shot.
Bowman with the runner puts it up and in. Timeout Rose-Hulman. They lead by one when we return on Indiana Sports Network.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. Ready to serve you and your family with compassionate health care of the highest quality. Serving the Wabash Valley since 1892. Union Health. Healthier together.
Here at Mossy Oak Properties, Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we know dirt. Last year, this piece of property produced 50 acres of beans. It's a little low on nitrogen, and the pH is 6.8.
Oh, and they also had cattle on here.
When it comes to knowing your ground, isn't it important to have a realtor who does as well?
And that's no bull.
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com. We are your Indiana land specialist.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And welcome back to Hulbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. 54-53 is our score. Again, fans, transportation for Indiana Sports Network is provided by York Automotive with 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. The camera operators for today's ball game are Kanan Harper, Noah Gastineau, and Dakota Sponsler. Our video technician is Keith Lawson. Produced and directed by Tony Harper, and we are a production of Indiana Sports Network. Again, 54-53, a 1-point ball game, and this one's going to come down to the wire towards the end here. You just have that feeling as the way it's looking right now. With it, Quintez Columbus. Oh my goodness. And again, he is a freshman from John Adams High School in South Bend. And he is a player. Outside, again, a 1-point Manchester lead right now. Jackson Cabrick kicks outside. Open look for Harden for three. Got it. Bradley Harden has come in the second half, put 3 3-point baskets in the hole, as well as another 2, and Harden is the reason that Rose-Hulman has an opportunity for this one. Floater up outside. He misses that one. Rose-Hulman with the basketball. Kabrick with the drive, kick out, Harden again, and he has that open look.
Shoot it, Bradley, shoot it.
And they're saying, boys, put the basketball in the hole. Feed down low post, McGowan shot up and has that blocked. Nice play by Hampton.
Hampton has the strength to stay with McGowan.
Open look for 3. Can they get back in? No. Rebound comes back to Rose-Hulman.
That was a big miss right there for Rose-Hulman defensively. 2 points lead and the ball. Bradley Harden having himself a game. All 3 of Rose-Hulman 3-point makes.
Harden in the low post, feeds down inside, turnaround, up and good. Isaac Farnsworth for 2.
Farnsworth now has 4 today.
And if you
Plenty
notice,
big minutes here.
Harden came really close to picking another cheap turnover.
Yes, he did.
With it, Columbus. Nice shot, but it goes awry. Shoots it just a little bit long. 59-55. Rose-Hulman with the basketball and the lead.
A bucket here would go a long way, Herb.
Harden back out to Kabrick. Off the McGowan screen. Has him in the low post, missed him just a little bit early. McGowan fires it up. No, he lost the basketball on the way up. With it, drive, shoot, no good, rebound to Rose-Hulman.
A lot of contact there.
Kabrick kick out. Harden with it, back over, and Farnsworth for 3, puts it up, can't get it. Rebound comes out to McGowan. Outside, and they'll set it up. Jackson Kabrick with the ball and gives it up to Bradley Harden. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bowman trying to use the screen. They'll give it to McGowan, looking for the backdoor cut. Harden again for 3, doesn't get it, gets his own rebound, tried to feed it inside, threw it off the leg of Hampton.
Made him play defense for close to a minute there.
With it, almost traveled with that one, was Columbus. Now with it, and then we did have a travel call. This one will go against Snelling. Rose-Hulman gains possession on the turnover when we return on Indiana Sports Network.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard. You're watching college.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
For the things you treasure and the people you love. Brian Sponsler and Ben Rice for Auto, Home, and Life.
If I crave something, I have to have it.
Well, so what are you craving? Like, what do you crave? Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there. Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
3:54 left to go in the second half, and it's a 59-55 Rose-Hulman lead. Rose-Hulman trailed until about 3 minutes ago when they got it tied up, and it went back and forth, and now Rose-Hulman has broken out with a 4-point lead. That's not very much with the way Manchester has shot the basketball. Turnover has given the ball back to Rose-Hulman, and they'll try to put the ball up the floor and see what they can do. Zachary Jackson trying to lead the offense from that point guard position to McGowan, back out to Farnsworth. Looking inside, that's what they need, put it inside, nice hook shot. He puts it up and in, and they're going to call it 2, even though it was going through. There was a potential for it to be goaltending. Nice play and a good offensive set puts a 6-point lead on the board for Rose-Hulman.
And that was big right there for Rose to go up 2 full possessions.
There again,
travel again.
Another travel violation. This one against Snelling.
Yeah, that's the back-to-back travels by Snelling there. as he, trying to make his move on the catch, drags his pivot foot.
It's called the Jordan-esque move.
I don't know anything Jordan-esque about that.
Well, he used to do it and never get called. So,
well,
here we go. McGowan to Farnsworth, and they're going to do it again, try to pound that ball in the low post. Chaplin with the drive, and he'll pull it back out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kabrick with the drive, puts it up, no good. Rebound, McGowan gets his shot blocked, tipped out, and picked up this time by Linus. He'll kick it outside. Columbus for three, got it.
Did you see the way he set his feet while the ball was in the air? But the time the ball hit his hands, he was squared, set, and ready to fire.
He can play at about any level. He is having a great ball game. And I'm not talking about shooting. I'm talking just player. Short, picked up McGowan, can't get it. Rebound to Rose-Hulman, and again, Chaplin had an opportunity, couldn't put it in the hole. A 3-point Rose-Hulman lead. Max Chaplin goes to the line to shoot two.
2 offensive rebounds there on this possession to give Chaplin a couple of free throws here, as Chaplin hasn't been to the line yet tonight. Struggle from beyond the arc, but does not struggle from the free throw line.
Linus with 16. Columbus with 18 points for Manchester, and their leading scorers. For Rose-Hulman right now, and what we're looking at in scoring-wise, 11 for Harden, 10 for Zachary Jackson. And those are the 2 leading scorers for Rose-Hulman. Chaplin puts another free throw in. He now has, again, Manchester with a basketball.
Big defensive possession right here for Rose-Hulman. Got to get a stop.
5-point lead. Columbus again for three. Can't get it. Rebound to Farnsworth. Don't be surprised if Rusty Lloyd keeps this group in for a little bit. Looking for it in the edge, and they had the step-back travel thing again. That's that NBA step-back move, and he's going to say he put 2 feet down and didn't have the opportunity. Rose-Hulman with a 5-point lead, 1:54 left to go in the ball game. We're coming down right to the end. A 3-point basket for Manchester would cut this thing to 1 possession. Cross almost picked off. Nice play by McGowan. There's a 3-point opportunity. No, and a good block out on the outside by Chaplin and picked up by McGowan on the rebound. Chaplin going to try to work one-on-one with Ty Linus. McGowan. Zachary Jackson back out to Chaplin. 10 seconds on that shot clock behind the back, puts the shot up and in. Max Chaplin puts it 7 points. It's a 3-possession lead for Rose-Hulman. Columbus with the drive, puts the shot up short. Rebound comes out to Zachary Jackson. 2-on-1 break, gets it up. McGowan pump, put it up, and got the basket. And Rose-Hulman has extended this lead drastically here in the last 30 seconds. 3-point shot up by Linus, can't get it. Rebound comes out to Farnsworth.
Just dead legs, and boy, this final score not going to be indicative, as we're going to get a foul. Still a 2 to go before we get free throws. Not sure what Manchester will do though in this game, but a score not indicative of the way this game has been played. Manchester played so tough today, gave Rose-Hulman all that they could handle, and Rose-Hulman seemingly is going to get out of here with a win, which is something that I said absolutely had to do.
Kabrick with the drive, feed down inside. Again, McGowan got it blocked, and they'll call the foul, said he got him on the arm. So for Rose-Hulman, McGowan will go to the line. And we talked last night talking to Rusty Lloyd about the freshman guys coming in and getting good minutes. And look who he's stuck with down the middle, and it's been McGowan who's had that opportunity.
But we talk about matchups all the time, right, Herb? And you look at matchups, the way this game was played, a 5-out style, You get 3-point shooters, 1 through 5. Your 5 guys can step out if you need them to. This is a game for Miles McGowan and Simon Blair. The mobility of those big guys, this is the matchup for them. So when you look at them being on the court, not a surprise at all because of the matchup.
Going to take 3-point shots. Snelling for 3. Can't get it. Rebound tipped around. Picked up. That's a wild play right there, folks. Shots up and in that time by Snelling. A 9-point lead. Timeout called by Manchester with 20 seconds left to go in the ballgame. We're going to keep this one here. It won't be a long timeout. They just wanted to stop the clock so they could set up some pressure. But again, it's down to that 9-point range. It's 3 possessions with 21 seconds. Rose-Hulman just needs to run some clock.
Run some clock, hit some free throws. The next foul will lead Rose-Hulman to the free throw line for 1 plus the bonus. And, just don't give the game away. 20.6 seconds. I know Reggie Miller did it one time. Tracy McGrady did something like that one time. But those guys aren't walking through the building right now, so I think should be able to get this victory.
Nobody has that big S on their chest.
No, not today. But, man, Manchester, all of these 7 guys that came have big S's on their chest for Spartans. They have got to be proud of the way they played today. Well, the players want the victory, and I understand that. But there's a baseball pass deep to Cabrick. But the fans that came to follow Manchester, the coaching staff for Manchester, they have got to be exceedingly proud of the way this team responded. All 7 of these guys, capital S on the chest for Spartan.
And that will be the end of the ball game as they'll hold the possession. And Rose-Hulman will pick up a much-needed victory, 71-60, over a very valiant effort supplied by Manchester and the Spartans.
Yes.
And again, you can see them all talking to the coaching staff right there for Manchester, saying, man, great job. You guys played really well. Nice job on everything. They just didn't have it at the end to keep up with what Rose-Hulman was throwing at them.
And thankfully for Rose, that was the case because for 35 minutes, Manchester was giving Rose-Hulman everything they could handle. And a couple of times, Rose-Hulman got it to 2-point lead and 2-point deficit, I should say. And Manchester make that run the last time. They weren't able to hold off Rose-Hulman any longer.
Scoring for Manchester, Snelling with 9, Columbus with 18, Willoughby with 9, Hampton with 5, Linus with 16, Mendenhall with 3. For Rose-Hulman, scoring, Ram with 3, Harden with 11, Hicks with 6, Chaplin with 12, Wirtz with 2, Zurich with 5, Jackson, and this is Zachary Jackson, with 10. And a big ball game for Zachary. He was able to do a lot of good things. Cabrick played, did not score. Sam Nunn with 2, Bowman with 6, McGowan with 10. Blair played and didn't score, and Farnsworth with 4. And being able to play some of those long, athletic freshmen, when I say that, the guys that are 6'6", 6'7", that Rose-Hulman had recruited in that freshman class, really gave Rose-Hulman a needed push from a defensive standpoint, but also McGowan came in and really iced the ball game because he got the ball in the low post and scored when given the opportunity.
He did, and he was able to provide some good rebounding as well. So a guy that has great skill, and as his time progresses here at Rose-Hulman, fans receive all the tools that he has in his bag, because this young man can flat out play. In the confines of this team, you got to wait, kind of wait your turn and do what's asked of you. As time progressed, more is going to be asked of Miles McGowan, and he was going to show that he can deliver. Rose-Hulman got enough on the defensive end, held Manchester under 65. This is a team 10-1, now 11-1 when holding teams under 65 points. So hats off to Rose-Hulman finding a way, finally to get it done defensively. I don't care, it's an ugly win. But at the end of the day, there's not going to be an asterisk by this. It's a win. It's a full-fledged win, even if you're playing against 7 guys. At the end of the day, it goes on the right side of the column for Rose in the standings. It's really going to help them out.
Now, I can say I've been coaching for a long time, and I think the big key is you're right. It's a win.
Yeah.
You just need to make sure you win and go to the next ball game and see what you can get done. Zachary Jackson with an outstanding ball game for Rose-Hulman off the bench. Saw really quality minutes, and we've seen him improve daily, it seems like. Every time we see him, he gets better all the time, able to control the basketball, and he had some really nice offensive looks as well. But again, defense at the end of the ball game bailed Rose-Hulman out. At the start of the ball game in the first half, not what you wanted to see.
Right.
But you're right. You get the win, you move on. Rose-Hulman came into the ball game 4th place in the HCAC. We'll see what happens after the rest of the ball games come out and see who wins those and see what's going on and see if Rose-Hulman can continue to move this season forward and get an opportunity to play at home.
And next game for Rose at Defiance this weekend.
Yeah.
So that we had to win this game. That one's going to be pivotal as well. Having to go to Defiance, an extremely athletic team, a team, once again, that loves to get up and down. But, boy, you had to win this one today to give yourself a chance emotionally for that game on Saturday.
And that can move Rose-Hulman into the 3rd spot or the 2nd spot, which is really where you want to be. You don't want to be in number 4.
No.
Because 4 plays 5. That's a tough game, and then the winner of that plays 1. You don't want to be in that bracket.
Right.
Where you want to be is in 2nd or 3rd, and that could really bail Rose-Hulman out in that one. Go ahead.
3 plays fancy, though. That 3-6. I mean, I don't care who you play. It's going to be tougher.
Oh, yeah.
That's the great thing about this tournament.
But it is a better opportunity to play on.
Yeah.
With that one, we're going to look at our next upcoming ball game. It'll be a week from tonight on excuse me. Let me try that again. We did this the last time. You and I were talking about this. On our schedule, it says Wednesday. It's not. Tuesday night next week. Tuesday night next week. It's going to be Anderson at Rose-Hulman with women's basketball. We'll be on the air here with a 7:30 game. And then Friday, the 18th, we have Franklin coming in for the men's game, the last regular season ball game for the HCAC, and that will be next Friday evening, February the 18th. For my partner, Walter Gordon, I'm Herb King. We'll see so long until next Tuesday evening when we'll have the women on the air at 7:30. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network. This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.